Welcome everyone, qualifying for the sprint awaits us, and we're raring to get going.
Hello, how's it going? Welcome back to F1 Manager 2024 and another part of the Lotus Road to Glory career mode. Today, we have the Qatar Grand Prix, including the sprint race and the feature race in one episode. Of course, last time out, we went and won the championship. Absolutely incredible. Kimi Antonelli is the new world champion. We are Constructors champions as well. But we've still got one more task to try and achieve this season, and that is getting Daniel Ricciardo second in the championship. So let's get ourselves into sprint qualifying straight away and see if we can start the weekend off with a bang. Antonelli is going to head out of the garage first. We're going to try and prioritise Daniel as much as we can here to give him the best possible chance of winning this race and hopefully getting up to second in the championship. He's very close behind Fernando Alonso in second, who of course has been leading the championship pretty much all year until Kimi Antonelli went on an incredible streak, and then Fernando's form has wilted of late, which has meant Kimi has been able to win the championship with 2 races to go. It's been quite unbelievable, really. But yeah, let's see. Daniel Ricciardo goes quickest there. Good to see. He is looking slightly quicker than Antonelli this weekend, but overall we're still 2nd and 6th there, so might need to just be a little bit careful here. Into Q2. Again, we're going to send out Antonelli first and then Daniel Ricciardo after to try and get that little tow for Daniel on the straights. As they come round, well, 0.4 of a second difference there, so you've got to assume that maybe
press in button,
the dirty air
is
not helping Daniel. So I'm going to send him out again.
P4. Last lap.
See if he can improve it all here.
Okay, look after the fuel on the way in. Understood.
Yeah, purple in that middle sector. This is looking good, and he's going to get an almighty tow from the Ferrari up to the start-finish line. Comes over the line and goes 3rd.
Okay, Daniel, that's P3. Good stuff. Daniel, that's a decent lap. That's
Antonelli
a decent
comes
lap.
over, doesn't manage anything better.
And, normal fuel save on the in lap. Understood. Yep, understood.
So Antonelli 2nd, Daniel Ricciardo in 5th as we head into SQ3. Of course, soft tyres out there. Tempted to wait until
the green light.
the endish of the session. We're going to send out Antonelli now. And send out Ricciardo just a little bit later.
Let's press in button.
Copy.
So Ricciardo following Verstappen around. Antonelli is currently on pole position. Quicker than anybody else. But here we go. Let's watch Daniel Ricciardo. Let's see where he can get up to here. I'd imagine Max Verstappen will be the quickest guy out there, other than potentially Daniel Ricciardo. And coming through this first sector now, Ricciardo goes green. 26.8. Verstappen at 26.7 there. It's only a tenth between them at present. Coming through the high-speed middle sector. It's green again, 29.1. Plays a 29.0, so he needs to make up 0.2 of a second in this final sector to compete with Max Verstappen. Max Verstappen is going to come across the line. Where's he going to go? Verstappen crosses the line. He goes on the pole. Here comes Daniel Ricciardo over the line, 24.3. That puts him second, but it's Max Verstappen on sprint pole. Very good from him. So let's see how we manage to get on in the sprint.
Hello and welcome as our Grand Prix weekend continues, and the sprint will soon be upon us.
Right, let's get ourselves into the sprint race then, and of course, it is always difficult out there. Yeah, I'm actually going to mix up the strategy a little bit here. Give Daniel Ricciardo the medium tyres. And tell him to be uber aggressive on it, whereas Kimi Antonelli, he is going to be not aggressive at all. Let's get ourselves into it.
We're ready for the sprint here in Qatar.
Lights out, so away we go then. Can Daniel Ricciardo make any impact
Nice to get past.
on Max Verstappen
Yeah.
in this first lap? Now he's going to hopefully leave himself some tyres for later on. Antonelli is also in that mindset on those soft tyres. The circuit is so tough on the tyres, isn't it? But overtaking is actually quite difficult. Obviously, it's a bike-focused track, isn't it? So, let's hold on board with Daniel Ricciardo following Max Verstappen through this first lap. And doing extremely well so far. Now, Kimi Antonelli will, of course, be fast. He'll probably be fast enough to stay in front of Tsunoda and Bottas, although the RBs definitely do seem to be up there in terms of fastest teams. But here we go. Still following Max Verstappen through this first lap. He's going to have DRS now as we head on to lap 3. Oh, interestingly, Antonelli, the only one out there really on soft tyres. Newly crowned world champion. Daniel Ricciardo right behind Max Verstappen now. And this could be a chance. He goes down the inside. And Daniel Ricciardo is into the lead here in Qatar. That's a very good start for him. Antonelli now coming back towards Max Verstappen. And Antonelli may well have a little go here at Max Verstappen. Not quite yet. We've got some yellow flags. That's Charles Leclerc, virtual safety car.
VSC. So get just positive on the delta time. We'll stay out, get just
Let's have a little look at this. So Leclerc,
At turn 6.
has he just lost it? Has he just
Oh,
lost the
and a
car?
fairly
Yeah,
substantial
wow.
crash
Well, I
there.
don't know what happened to the
Thankfully,
car
though,
there,
they've come away-
but he's into the wall. VSC.
Just hold back a little bit.
I'm going to try and look after the tyres. And ERS virtual safety car ending.
VSC ending.
Copy. Use the pace now. Overtake available. Understood.
So we are green once again. And Daniel Ricciardo straight away using a little bit of ERS to try and get out of that 1 second window to Max Verstappen. And that has worked rather beautifully. Now potentially this is going to be the moment for Kimi Antonelli as well. And now we've got Antonelli into second. I'm going to tell him not to fight his teammate. And this looks pretty good. I don't think Antonelli's within a second. That could have been a bit of a problem there. Okay, zoom it forward a little bit. And he went a little wide there, and there goes Max Verstappen back through. Daniel Ricciardo just bursting ahead of Max Verstappen. That was important to do. We're about halfway through this race, and Ricciardo looking after his tyres a little bit better than Max Verstappen is. And here comes Kimi Antonelli then. He's past Max Verstappen. He's got the best tyres in the field right now. It's Kimi Antonelli, so he's a real asset to have in second position at this time. And now it looks like Antonelli has got past Max Verstappen and out of that 1 second window, which is crucial. So now he's within a second of Daniel Ricciardo. Hopefully they can push forward together, and this looks good now. Zoom it forward. I think unless there's a big injection of pace from Max Verstappen at some point, I feel we've got this virtually in the bag now, because we've looked after the tyres well. We braved it, and to be fair, Daniel Ricciardo is going quicker than Kimi Antonelli. Antonelli doesn't seem to have an answer for the pace. Come on to standard with his aggression, but final lap of the race then for Daniel Ricciardo. Looks like he is going to get himself another sprint victory this season, and that's going to gain him some points on Fernando Alonso. Let's have a quick look at the championship standings. He's currently 12 points behind. We're saying it's going to be 8 points to 5, so yeah, that's going to be back to 9 points now. There's going to be that gap between Daniel Ricciardo and Fernando Alonso. But what's really good to see is our late race pace has been very positive, and here we come then. Daniel Ricciardo is going to come across the line to win the Qatar sprint. Beautifully done.
Well done, mate. Really well done. Well done, guys. Okay, so box this lap, and when you get to park firm, mate, you need to turn the car fully off.
And Kimi Antonelli finishes in second. But very, very well played there. Very good driving from Daniel Ricciardo.
And our sprint winner today is that man right there, Daniel Ricciardo.
And what a well-deserved P1 finish that was. Absolutely outstanding.
Fabulous. Fabulous.
Brilliant pace. Good job.
Let's hope the teams took full advantage of practice. It's time for qualifying.
So let's get into qualifying now. And fingers crossed we'll be in a decent position here. So I think we found that the pace is better
Okay, that's
and they're nowhere near each other on track. So that's what we're going to go for. To hopefully get some nice gaps. And there we go, 24-0 from Antonelli straight away. Ricciardo over the line, 24-2.
Delta negative and close to 0.
Nicely done. We'll see what Verstappen's pace is when they eventually come out later on. Still no sign of Red Bull just yet. There's Alonso. Verstappen coming out now with 8 minutes to go. Alonso goes third. Verstappen coming round now. He's only 10th. I'm assuming traffic was an issue there, so he's going to have to go out again. I'm quite happy just sat in our garage. I mean, look at the traffic. I just feel like Verstappen cannot improve here. Comes over the line. Nope, only 10th. Bit lucky there, Max Verstappen, but yeah, we were comfortably through. That's kind of all that mattered there. Fairly tempted to go with scrub tyres.
Sessions should be starting now.
Sent them out next to each other again. That's not really what I wanted to do. Yeah, 24-6, 24-8. That's not great.
Last lap was good.
It should be enough to get through to Q3, but I'll send them out again on these tyres and see if they can improve at all. Wow, Ricciardo 24-5 there. Here comes Antonelli.
Charge on and box this lap.
It didn't look like any massive improvement. Gets up to second there. Well, still about half a second off our pace from Q1,
Nice
but
lap.
I think we're okay. I think we can just ride this
There's a
out.
yellow flag now.
Sonoda goes quickest, Hamilton second, but we are comfortably through in third and fifth, and that gives us an extra set of tyres now to be used in Q3. We're going to start off Antonelli's journey with scrub tyres because we want to keep at least one new set for tomorrow.
That should be the green light.
Yeah, I've sent them out together again. Not the best.
Currently P2. It's a good lap. If you could keep your pace up on the in lap.
Okay, understood.
So second and fourth after the first runs. Alonso currently on pole position. So there we go. They are now separated. Have to hurry with Daniel Ricciardo, otherwise he wouldn't have made it. So here we go then. Antonelli coming up towards some traffic. It's a purple first sector for him, green for Ricciardo. Couple of tenths slower than his teammate. Max Verstappen currently down in 9th. He's going to come over the line now. Where does he go? 9th. Wow. Antonelli quickest in the middle sector as well. And he's going to be coming across the line. I reckon Kimi Antonelli is taking pole here. He comes across the line to 23.9. It puts him fastest. Here comes Daniel Ricciardo. And it's a 24.1. That goes second. And it is a 1-2 for Lotus here in Qatar. Very nicely done indeed. And, well, that is exactly what we wanted.
Here on the outskirts of Doha, the teams are preparing for the 57 laps of this evening's race.
Formula One first came to Qatar in 2021. Lewis Hamilton managed to pick up the victory, and in doing so claimed Losail as his 30th different Grand Prix winning circuit.
As a desert track, Losail is dusty and challenging. Grip levels are crucial and can change throughout a race weekend or even during a single session. The unique layout demands the highest possible downforce despite being a relatively open track. Welcome to race day, and before we get down to it, last minute checks are being made.
Okay then, let's get ourselves into this race. Yeah, I think we want to look after the tyres as much as we possibly can. That's going to be how you can win this race. Now, of course, Kimi Antonelli has an extra set of medium tyres, which gives him a slight advantage, but not too much, you would say. Gonna have to be aggressive from the start to try and get away from Fernando Alonso. But let's get into it. Here we go.
Well, it's great to have you with us, folks, as we settle in for the weekend's Grand Prix action. We're about to get going here in Qatar. And it's lights out.
Lights out, away we go then. And Kimi Antonelli off the grid well. But can Daniel Ricciardo hang on and get himself into first? Oh, not quite yet. Now, I don't think it's worth telling them to be aggressive with the overtaking. You know, really, we need them to look after each other in this race. So Antonelli, well, he's made 2 seconds on that opening lap. Very, very exciting for him. Now, can Daniel Ricciardo match that almost? On lap 2 on Fernando Alonso. Yes, he can. So 2 seconds is the lead for Kimi Antonelli. I'm going to head straight into management of these tyres.
Pack is low.
Okay, understood.
Really important in this first stint that we keep the gap to Fernando. I'm going to bring Daniel Ricciardo in first, which is why I'm going a little bit more aggressive with his tyres. I am Kimi Antonelli. Here we go then. Fernando Alonso has caught Daniel. I'm assuming Alonso is using his overtake. And what we're trying to do with Daniel here, let's keep him out of that 1 second window.
Power off the tires.
Just be careful on exit curves.
Copy.
This looks okay so far.
We are ready for you.
Okay.
And there goes Fernando with the DRS, closes in on Daniel Ricciardo. I think now is maybe the time to come in and get himself out of this battle with Fernando. So in comes Daniel Ricciardo into the pit lane. Let's see.
Like a couple laps or sooner than that?
Let's see what sort of time he can get here. So he comes. That's all right. 2.1.
And you'll be racing cars at pit exit.
Now, where's he going to come back out? He's going to come out ahead of that kick Sauber.
That's P13. Hulkenberg's ahead.
And we'll see how he gets on
Max
compared
behind.
to Nico Hulkenberg here.
0.8.
A couple of more laps for Kimi Antonelli before he gets into the pits.
And what's that? A pit stop issue.
So, Daniel Ricciardo still following. Nico Hulkenberg, he's got DRS. And he's going to go down the inside. That was a huge move for Daniel Ricciardo. And he is through.
And okay to push, okay to push.
Time to attack
Copy.
as much as he can.
Okay on temperatures.
Box now, box now.
Copy, box now.
So Antonelli is going to come in this lap. So Fernando Alonso takes the lead of this Qatar Grand Prix. It's a 2.4 second pit stop for Antonelli. Not the best. But he is away. He comes out ahead of Liam Lawson, which is important. And interestingly, 3 seconds ahead of Daniel Ricciardo. So it might be tricky to get Daniel Ricciardo the win here today. He will, of course, continue to try and do that. So Zane Maloney takes the lead of this race. And Ricciardo comes out ahead of Fernando. About 1.3 seconds, and yeah, Ricciardo, one of the only ones out there on
And who's that having an issue with the pits?
tyres.
Pack is low.
Okay, understood.
Now then, Ricciardo could be in a bit of trouble here because Max Verstappen is flying. That brings Alonso back into the game. So there goes Verstappen. And I don't think Ricciardo will be too bothered as long as he can stay close to Verstappen, but that's not happening. And clearly the hard tyres are not the ones to be on. He's down to 5th right now. Just has to sort of take the pain now and hope that in the final stint when he's on mediums and the rest are on hard tyres that he can come back. So then he's going to push a little bit. So far off his pit stop window now.
Let's push.
Copy.
Come in next lap with Kimi. And come in this lap with Daniel. So in he comes. It's 20 laps to go here. It should come out ahead of the Aston Martin. Might even come out ahead of the McLaren. Yep, and he has done that. So he's come back out in 6th place. There's Daniel. Antonelli, meanwhile, increasing the gap over Max Verstappen quite nicely. And in he comes. Verstappen's also in. So we need a good pit stop here from Kimi. It's 2.4 again. Not the best, but should be all right. Ricciardo is coming around now. Tsunoda in the pits. Is it going to be an undercut? Yes, it is. Brilliant from Daniel. And well, Tsunoda is on the medium tyres. Verstappen has gone onto the softs. I don't see how we can take them to the end. I'm going to be completely honest there. I think that's going to be a big mistake for Max Verstappen. He's going to be massively quick over the next few laps, but that is very quickly going to be a nightmare to drive. Anyway, let's see where we get to here. So Fernando Alonso's in. This is the important one for Daniel Ricciardo. He's going to have DRS as well. Is he going to get past Alonso? Yes, that's huge. But Alonso on soft tyres, I reckon he can probably make it. So, yeah, very interesting. So Ricciardo is ahead of Alonso, but possibly not for very long. So Ricciardo has just put in fastest lap of the race. Good stuff. So he's staying nicely ahead of Fernando. Bit of traffic to help out there. He's going to have DRS on Mick Schumacher. Happy days. Happy days for Daniel Ricciardo. Now, Verstappen's tyres already below 80%. It is surprising that Alonso's pace isn't more impressive. Now, can Ricciardo chase down Max Verstappen in these 13 laps? I think he probably can. Mainly because Verstappen's tyres are going to drop off the cliff, I think. Oh, but look at his fuel. It's good that we've got on top of that now. We'll have to start conserving with a couple of laps to go. Antonelli still very much leading this race. Doing a great job with that. Antonelli 5 seconds ahead of Max Verstappen. Ricciardo 6 seconds behind right now. We're gonna conserve so that we can make sure we've got enough fuel to finish the race. I'm gonna virtually just go for it. Back on terms. Right, we're going to just attack with the tyres with Daniel. I think he's going to be okay. Can he make up 5 seconds on Max Verstappen? He's going to try his very best. He's putting a purple first sector. Look how much time he is making up here. The world champion is going to win this race. Daniel Ricciardo is closing down Max Verstappen. But I don't think he can make up 3.5 seconds in a lap. The last lap, he was 2.8 seconds quicker. He's going to get very close, but he's not going to quite do it, and he's got a bit of traffic to negotiate as well, which isn't going to help. So here we go then. Kimi Antonelli wins the race. Verstappen finishes in second. Daniel Ricciardo is going to come across the line and finish third. He's going to make more points on Fernando Alonso, but it is going to go down to the season finale. Him versus Fernando for the
well done, everyone.
runners-up spot.
Thanks, guys.
In this Drivers' Championship.
So usually instructions, engine off, wait 5 seconds, and then you can turn the ignition off.
It was all on that decision to use mediums in the sprint. But Alonso finishes 4th, then Tsunoda in 5th, Leclerc finished 6th, Maloney finishes 7th, George Russell comes across the line in 8th, Hamilton is 9th, and Valtteri Bottas in the RB is going to crawl across the line in 10th, despite Liam Lawson's attack towards the end of the race. Zhou Guanyu will be the last man over the line in 11th place.
Karun, what a brilliant drive we just witnessed there.
Incredible. That was a really well-deserved win. They got their race strategy absolutely spot on.
And you love to see this. The whole team celebrating this magnificent result. Well, Karun, how do you think they'll be feeling in the team garage at the end of that?
I doubt they could be much happier. A win and a podium place. What a great way to round out the weekend.
So then, our time in Losail is now up.
Formula One has almost reached its conclusion this year. Meet us next time in Abu Dhabi, between the desert and the sea, for an enthralling finale.
Okay, right, very good. Let's have a look at the Drivers' Championship, and wow, there you go. Daniel Ricciardo has gone ahead of Fernando Alonso. Didn't look like that was going to be the case. Maybe the live championship standings don't work. I'm not sure, but yeah, Daniel Ricciardo has gone up into second, 6 points ahead now of Fernando Alonso. It still goes down to the wire. You would imagine it is going to come down to a couple of positions, isn't it? You know, everything we can do to try and help Daniel finish second would be absolutely amazing, but Fernando Alonso will finish third, at the very worst, ahead of his teammate Max Verstappen in what is Fernando Alonso's final ever season in Formula One. Tsunoda into the 200s now, up to 6th place. George Russell is 7th for Aston Martin. Pierre Gasly still flying high for Kick Sauber in 8th. Hamilton 9th. And Alex Albon rounding out the top 10. Going down the field, I think everybody except these 3 drivers has scored. Lando Norris down in 19th. He'll be looking forward to taking over Lewis Hamilton's Ferrari seat next season and seeing if he can really compete up towards the top again. And there is the Constructors. Pit stops, we were 8th, fastest there's no way we can get back into that battle now. We are going to finish 4th in that championship, and very happy about that. So there you have it then. That is the end of that. And Dirk de Beer now moves up to 86 rating. Beautiful. Right, that is going to be that then, and we have got one more race of season 3. We've got one more race of Daniel Ricciardo. Can we secure second in the championship for the Honey Badger? If you have enjoyed that, give it a massive thumbs up down below. Subscribe for plenty more F1 Manager videos, and I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.